guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Margarita, and today I'm here to bring you my February wrap-up. I know what you're thinking. Margarita, isn't it a little bit early to be posting a February wrap-up? We still have like 5 days left in the month. You could definitely finish something in that time. I wish, because there are 2 books I'm in the middle of that I would love to finish this month, but my accelerated online classes are ending in the next 2 weeks, and I have probably 200 pages to read in one of my textbooks. And who knows what else in the other one. I don't want to think about it. And that's just going to take up the rest of my month and most of next month's beginning. So I'm not going to have time to finish any other books, so I'm just going to go over the graphic novels that I read this month because that's actually all I had time to read. I read maybe 150 pages in other books, but nothing all in the same book, and nothing finished other than these. So I'm just going to get right into it. Side note, I'm sorry if the angle is a little bit weird. I usually film sitting on my bed, but it's such a beautiful day and the sun is like right there and it makes my face completely disappear. So sorry about that. And if the angle's weird, my phone's kind of tilted. I don't know how to fix it. So I'm really sorry if the angle's a little bit weird. Let's just jump into the books. I read a total of 6 graphic novels this month, and the first one I'm going to talk about is The Sleeper and the Spindle by Neil Gaiman and Chris Riddle. This is a great Sleeping Beauty retelling. I absolutely loved it. I'm going to have to own this one day, I now know. And the illustrations are really simple and gorgeous. They're black and white outlines, and they have some gold in there that's really, really pretty. And this is basically, like I said, a Sleeping Beauty retelling, and this queen in another kingdom, in the kingdom next to this one, hears that there is this curse that is affecting the kingdom next to hers, and it's creeping closer and closer to hers. So for the safety of her kingdom, she decides, all right, I'm gonna go fix this curse, because I was under a sleeping curse. I'm assuming it's Snow White, but they don't actually tell you. So I'm like, well, I'll go take care of this problem. So she goes, and there are twists and turns that she was not expecting. Really good. I recommend it. If you haven't read it, go read it. I'm sure I'm one of the last people though, So the next set of graphic novels I read are all from the same series, and that is the Lock and Key series, volumes 2 to 6 by Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez. I read the first book sometime last year, and I really, really liked it. They didn't have the rest of the series when I went, or when I got the first one, so when I went before school started, they had all of them. And at first I was going to take the first 2, and I said, they're all here, grab them all. So I finished the whole series. The second book in this series is called Head Games. Next you have Crown of Shadows. Then you have Keys to the Kingdom. This was actually my least favorite of all the books, but I'll tell you in a minute. Next is Clockworks, and then the very, very end is Alpha and Omega, the wrap-up, the sequel, not the sequel, the concluding graphic novel. There we go. Words are hard. So I think the first 2 that I read this month, I gave 4 out of 5 stars. They were good. They were entertaining. This series is basically about this house. I believe it's in Massachusetts, I don't know, somewhere. And there are all these keys that the little boy in the family has found that open all these different doors and have all these different magical powers and stuff like that. And it's a horror graphic novel, so there's, in the first book, the father dies in this horrible, gruesome murder. And that's what drives them to go to this house where he had grown up, and they start uncovering all these secrets. And this is something that happened when the father was their own age, and it's just this big mystery thing. And yeah, I actually really, really enjoyed this series. My favorite was definitely the very last one, because that's when everything wraps up and everything comes together. My least favorite of the whole series would have to be the Lost Kingdoms. Keys to the Lost Kingdom. I don't know, this one I didn't feel like it was on par with all the other ones. There were lots of different art styles, and I felt that the story was very disjointed, for me at least. It doesn't have to be the same for everybody else, but for me the story was very disjointed, and I didn't enjoy it as much as the others, but definitely the concluding one, Alpha and Omega. So good. I really, really liked it. And I liked the ending. I was not expecting the ending that happened, but I thought that it worked very, very well, and it's just good. It's good. I don't know what else to say. Read it. Tell me how you feel about it. Let's have a conversation about it, but read it. It's so good. And the illustrations are just absolutely stunning. I'm trying to find a really good one. Maybe not from the very last one. Let me go with Head Games, because that's pretty, and it's still pretty early in the, let me show you the key for the head. Oh my god, I'm sorry. This is so embarrassing. Okay, so this is the little boy's head. The little boy, his name's Boyd, I think. I forget his name. But that's his head. That's all the stuff that goes on in his head. And it's just so good. The illustrations are beautiful. I loved it. I have nothing better to say. So that's it. Those are all the things that I finished in February. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.